Hey, Steady Steve. Okay, so I've come to a decision, and this is going to be a video all about skill essences, and I guess it's for everybody, but it's in particular for free to play. Now, every so often, I get a question, if you look to the top right, about how did I get so many gems, man? How did I get so many gems? You've just got to save every single gem, more or less, for Alice Bond. I think the only exception is getting an extra smelt queue. I think you start off with two, and I gave myself the luxury of having a third thing. So technically you can, be smelting or crafting these things, whatever it is called. Smelt, top right, top middle, over 24 hours. There you go. It takes a bit of pressure off and it's more efficient. Let me just do this quick. Another thing is, if you can, and if you're, oh, that's lucky, very rare. If you can, you join a decent guild, and the higher it ranks in the 2 guild battles per week, you just get more free gems. This is the one I'm in. Absolutely nothing wrong with these guys, Royal Horsemen. Yeah, we get about 230, 240 gems each guild battle, so that's about nearly, well, 450 to 500 gems for free per week. And obviously you get it from the sign in and things like that. So basically that's how you do the Alice Bond thing, right? And you get the highest bond that you can, because you get an instant rebate on the Alice, on whatever you buy, and maybe that will allow you to afford another bond. And with Alice Bond, you're guaranteed to get at least 50% more gems than what you started off at, and then eventually get this, right? So all that to say this. And this video is about skill essence upgrades, by the way. But the other thing that I always do, and I will get to the point, I promise you, it's worth sticking around. And it factors in everything that everybody was saying about R1 and things like that, and they were absolutely correct, and I respect everybody's point of view. All right, so what we're going to do is, we've got 100, if we look top left, 125 of these maps, so we're going to see what we get. Just chuckling, because what we really want is high level, and preferably high stars, but it has to be high level. Okay. And the odds are it will not be. Now I'm going to be tapping all Battle Blow. It's useful. I think at all levels. Well, usually you ain't really going to use Battle Blow at higher levels. Definitely not end game. But, still nice to see. And I know for many people, Battle Blow will be, yeah. Because it would have been me back in the day. Weakness. Sure. Dodge. Right. So I'm going to come to this point a little bit later. We really want dodge. Listen, it has to be level 10 plus, really, is a minimum. And 5-star. But, nice to see dodge there. Bloody block. Right. So, Tempest. That is not awful. It's not awful. It's not always. Oh, keep that in mind. Tempest. I think it might be, and I might be wrong. Aquarius or something like that. Could be wrong, but it might be. That's not bad. A level 11 5-star. Still got 99 of these to go. We've only got one decent thing. Decent. Still magic damage, and magic is not end game. Sorry. I think the exception would be, is it Dragon Lancer? I think it says it uses magic, but I don't think it works that way. I think it cuts through immunity, I think, but the Magi Shield works against it. I think that may well be right. I apologise if I'm wrong. Definitely right about the Magi Shield because of that grimoire. This is pure Krupp. Oh, Voodoo. That is nice. There's a lot of Queen Temptress that you'll see with Retreat, and I'll get a lot of value at my level, which is kind of very lowest end of end game, with a Retreat Queen Temptress. But the higher level that you go, or towards the end game that you go, most people have got high immunity and everything. They've basically got Retreat covered. And then I don't know if anybody, then you're in that kind of mid phase where a Queen Temptress with Voodoo might be more useful. And I'm talking about as people build their deck power, you know what I mean? And they have to squeeze in a card. It's like, well, the only thing I can squeeze in is a Queen Temptress. And again, you won't have retreat because retreat's covered, but then again, you might have voodoo. All that to say this. And you got I got here a level 11 5-star. And if you watch my videos from, gosh, 10 years ago, I didn't even have anything with retreat. I had voodoo, and it, I say, cuts through all the stone. Is it stone skin? Anything that's and immunity, anything that's you couldn't retreat anyway. You could still do the main goal of controlling hero rage. Voodoo. There you go. The voodoo A to Z of voodoo. Anyway. Yeah, I'm happy with that, to be honest. I'm very happy with that technically. In as much as I say at all levels of the game that I have played, I can see some use for it. But I have conceded since the early game that a retreat is very useful, as I mentioned, for my level of game, which is not end game. Maybe it's like in between two things. That's mainly because of the read. And I say my man Bilko, hi Bilko, who's a gentleman in the comments, inspiring me about the Momoya, spending on Momoya, and honestly, the value of that is in the equipment skills that I've got, and what I'm going to show you just after I've done this, because it led me to that. Just before, in case I forget. Not too long ago, I did a video on Lucky Spear, I spent 60,000 gems. Rebirth. Why are you level 1? Why are you level 1? 60,000 gems. I got the skill essences that I wanted, which is what you get for 60,000 gems. I got, I think it's Camino, which I think is a dead card now, but back in the day, oh my gosh, it used to be meta. I think you need meta in terms of it keeps on bringing what's it called, the card now? Yeah, the other one anyway. You got Camino and the other one. They keep bringing each other into play, whether you got Torment or not. And it used to be the meta to have that with usually Revive, but it doesn't do any damage, right? So that's the problem. Anyway, I got that, but most important, I got that skill essence and the LP points I was aiming for. I was aiming towards R1. Gosh, man, this is really poor. I did get an R1, and I will talk about that a little bit later. Rot. Anyway, that was 8 minutes wasted. Well, you saw what crap I got. Okay, let's do this next first. Let's do the first bit first. Right, let's start off with humans. Right, I'm going to go through what I've got. And as I just mentioned before about the 60,000 gems that I spent, for that 60,000 gems, I got 2 level 15 skill essence buffs. Right, so we're going to look at skills and what we can buff. Right, so the first question is, when I got that Tempest, it is not Aquarius. Aquarius does not have anything that can be buffed. There you go. There's the evidence. Well, apart from, yeah, you can't upgrade the skill. There's nothing to upgrade. Rot. So we go through. Never a great mistake. Listen, if you're very early game and you've just done what I did with a free skill essence, maybe there's something on Great Mystic you want to enhance. But ultimately, Revive will be melded onto something else. There you go. Don't get too close to that Great Mystic. Don't you fall in love with her. She ain't a keeper. Right. That's it for my humans at level 5. Let's go into 5. Oh my gosh, man. When I think about, I guess technically you could upgrade the skill of immunity on Spirit Painter. And I love Spirit Painter. I love her. I made the mistake of upgrading the skill of Perfect Copy. Perfect Copy should be at number 1, as it is fresh out the box. Don't repeat. Do not repeat my mistake. Right. Forget Dragon Lords. I got lucky with Blossoms in that she got the Tempest. She may well get that level 5 thing that I just got. I barely use her. She should go for level 4 right up to 6. If I do, the main thing is that 30% chance to skip. But she's a damage bringer and the damage goes up. Okay, so that says 120 damage. And it was at 80, so you get an extra 40. Woo! Not going to happen right now. What I'm going to do, slightly different to what I was going about it, I'm going to do the last bit first. Right, I think it was Lexus Prime who mentioned about, gave a tip about what, Tempest. Okay, let's look at that first. Oops. Well, obviously, I'm going to do it on this. See, these level 4s count for absolutely nothing. If I remember at the end of this video, I'll show you what I'm going to do with these level 4s. I'm going to trade them in, basically. But level... Yeah, obviously it doesn't get me there, but gets me closer to doing some more damage on my best card. Yes, we're going to do that. So I'm going to upgrade that. I'm not going to do it on Blossoms. I'm going to do it on this Nereid, the card that will always play. Right. I'm sure it was Lexus Prime, or in the back of my mind, I think it was a gentleman called Lexus Prime in the comments, said, listen, one of the main things I want to aim for is with this Ocean Area. Right, so at the moment, the ability for it to revive itself or sustain itself lasts for 3 rounds, right? That is the best thing about Nereid. It's unkillable for the 3. Am I getting this right? No. That's Eternal Tide. Okay, so for this Ocean Area. Okay, so the Ocean Area, it boosts attack. So you can either boost attack for 3 rounds, which is not very much, or we can increase it. Now, it is effectively a nerf. Right, but we want to minimize the effect of that nerf, and that's exactly what I'm going to do now. So I was keeping a few skill essences for my R1. Right, but I'm going to go from Tempest 8 to Tempest 11. What am I doing? Do you see how close? Listen, I just woke up about 5 minutes. Well, this video is 12 minutes. I woke up 15 minutes ago and I nearly made one of the biggest mistakes. There we go. That looks better. So we go from upper top, from Ocean Area 8 to 10. Right, and that takes that to 5 rounds. So it's still going to be a nerf in the longer term, but at least it's not in the short term. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So now we've got Ocean Area 10 instead of 8. The thing that boosts attack lasts for more rounds. That is going to help the Dark Summoner quite a lot because it's all based on attack, right? So there you go. Massive help. The other thing I'm going to do is, oh man, I really want to see that bottom one, Holy Light. I really want that to be listen, my man Bilko in the comments, he was mentioning about doing immunity, and he's an end game player. Immunity would definitely be a good move. An aggressive move would be something like Shatter Soul. Shatter Soul, if you can manage to get the rune. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, you see that sacrifice 10? No. I'm going to use another Omni. And you know these level 10s? Look how close that is. 100. Gosh, so they're worth about... My maths is that bad. 504. Sadly, I'm just like 100 less. And I'd be sacrificed 12. That's huge. But I'll do that another day, just in case something else pops up. But we're going to go from sacrifice 10 to sacrifice 11, and the next the next After the next Alice Bond, when I've got another 60,000 gems to spend, I'll do it again. I'll spend 60,000 gems probably on Lucky Spin or maybe Skill Essence, who knows. Probably Lucky Spin. And this will be Sacrifice 12. But for now, we're going to go from 10 to 11. So 10 gives me 150% increase, and 11 gives me 165. Oh, yeah, yeah. What a shame. What a shame, what a shame, what a shame. Anyway, we're going to do it. Done. Bosh. Beautiful. What else? And that was the main things. Right, but the other thing I was going to talk about was upgrading skills more generally. So I think we've already done the humans, my 5-star humans. There's nothing there for the 5. Yes, I was talking about Spirit Painter, didn't I? And the Blossoms. There's nothing else. There's nothing else I would invest in here. Back in the day, this used to be one of the meta. The Sagittarius. I would not waste a level 15 skill essence on that, or even the level 10s. As you see, they would have been useful for me to just to tickle my sacrifice up to 12. Let's look at this now. Taurus. This used to be another meta, and I guess there's nothing wrong with it. You put sacrifice on it, in my point of view, and you could do something very similar. And it's just something to clear the board, or at least attempt to. There's better cards now that do not have the cooldown, and you'd use your skill essence potentially. I mean, I wouldn't do it, would not do it, to increase sacrifice. I don't think, the Dragonlance, I was talking about the magic that it does. Yeah, 4 waves of magma breath deals 900 magic, but as I say, I think it cuts through immunity, but it does not cut through I can't really know the shield. Could be wrong. One of my old little favourites in a lot of ways, Flare Summoner. It just kind of tickles people to death. With the Hellfire, just across the board damage. It's got me out of a lot of trouble. Anyway, let's go along. I've done my read now. Ocean Adia 10, which will be very useful. Old school Capricorn. Obviously another sacrifice type meld, similar story. Let's see if I can upgrade this toxicity. Well, I can. So already at level 13. Wow. Well, I can. 2 seconds. Because really what you want to do is upgrade your main deck first. Just quickly skip through your main deck first. Make sure there's nothing here that you can do. And then move on. Immunity now. Frost armor. No. Yeah, okay. So let's go back to where we were. Capricorn. Maybe not today, but another day that toxicity is going to get higher. Wow. It's going to take quite a lot of very high level cards at level 5 in order to get me there, because this one's high level. Wow, just about 1,500 or something. So yeah, I need another 4 or 5 of those. Anyway, let's do it. There you go. Oh. Yes. Yes. And the Doge 512 is a level 10. As I was saying, the minimum we needed was level 10, and even then, very little 500. I would do it if I had enough to move towards something a bit more meaningful. Yeah, the level 4 weaknesses too low to make any real difference, but There we go. And there is another level to this video, trust me, so just stick with it, stick with it. Anyway, I managed to get my revive meld. 2 levels of revive on Ornari. All it needs now is that revive rune. That's another thought for another day, because I've got the LP points to do exactly that. At the moment, it's penciled in for my R1 meld with sacrifice. But right now, today, right now in this video, if I wanted to, I could get a revive rune, put it on Onari, and just see what I can do with it, which is going to be something along the lines of high rebirth, which is something I'm going to talk about again a little bit later. Yeah, and these 2 revives, beautiful. And that was thanks to Bilko inspiring me. Yeah, this is the card, Camino, that I got in the last spending rewards. I won't spend too long on this. Kitsune, that's the one I was trying to remember. Yeah, both with probably a revive meld or something like that. And everything else, not so much. I'm a Wraith Hunter man, so most of my cards tend to be Morty, and they are powerful. Nothing really can upgrade. Oh, toxicity on. There's no way I'd use these Omni-Essence on this for Octavius anyway. I love my Octavius still, but it's got that, he skips a turn, doesn't it? But it's very useful against a Blade Shard. Not to be confused with Benchard. Right, so Shadow Sword. Is that max? There's nothing going on with you. R1. Talked in a recent video about, potentially upgrading Plunder Vitality and the Sacrifice. That'll be for another day when I actually get the meld finished. Maybe I'm going to talk about, like, the thing I was going to talk about. Okay, let me just skip through quick. Undying Will. Yeah, I want that to have a detonate meld. I want it to have a detonate meld. Yeah, the one other thing I was going to mention was, if you're going to do that, you can do it, but to make this a useful card, you've got to upgrade that rebirth. You've got to upgrade the rebirth. I mean, this is already upgraded rebirth at a 50% chance. You want it to be higher. You want it to be higher. I don't know if I'd use a level 15 Omni, but listen, if you get to the stage where you spent your 60,000 gems, and you've got these just sitting there and you just want to upgrade cards, you may be crazy enough to think about it, but of course you've got other priorities like Dark Summoners and everything else in your main deck. But if you were crazy, you might, well, no, just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't upgrade Rebirth on Undying Will. Anyway, we're going to go through the list. Yeah, none of these. I finally got some use out of a Death's Angel with the insta-kill rune. Lots of fun. Just, insta-kill somebody, they kill you, and you just stay there. Like like somebody punching Superman is just not going to move. There you go, insta-kill rune. Lots of fun. This was the other thing as well. The Cyber Eye. The Cyber Eye. It's like a grenade. Yeah, I got lucky with the 4th skill. My lucky 4th skill was Dodge, which I've upgraded to level 7. My thoughts on this is, I think it is an end game card, and the only hesitation is it does not do any damage. And I guess 60% rebirth is decent. But if you're going to use it, it needs to be an out-and-out grenade type thing. I think detonate is crazy useful, obviously, to keep it in play even when it's killed, and it just zip people out of that graveyard. Detonate is definitely the better meld for this. But then you need to generate it. This one, as I've got it, nothing wrong with it dodging. And if you've got the rune on it, 60% of the 60% of the enemy creature's attack. I mean, that's not bad at all, as long as it lives. And it does have immunity. Got a bit of hay fever again. That's 80%. Really what I'm thinking is, if you were going to turn this into something more end card, then you got to upgrade this rebirth from 8. You'd have to use one of those magic omni essences. I'm not going to use it. If it's at a 75% chance and you got detonate, or if you've got dodge, I think detonate is better, as I mentioned. Then that is one of those devastating cards, and everybody who's played Cyber Eye just knows you've got to be careful. And it kind of, it what's it called it now? What's that thing with kids? Like reverse psychology. It's like you want to damage the other side, but you know, in damaging the other side, you got Cyber Eye that's going to kill something that's in your own graveyard, and it's one of the best cards you've got in the game, if not the. You know what I mean? So it makes people pause and think. But I think, yeah, it probably has to be detonate if you're gonna do what I did with R1 with another card, and probably, but not necessarily, I think you need to get that to the level 11. You'd need to use a skill essence. There you go. 75% chance. And if you're real crazy, you'd use 2. You'd have to be a big baller. A big baller. And having said that, though, as well, just very quickly, there's been 2 spending rewards in one Momoya. 2. The one I did was, I think, last week. And there's a fresh one now. It's got a different creature that I don't rate at all. Dusk Huntress. And I was just thinking about whether, there you go, you got, oh, your 3 level 15's crazy useful. 68 sparks. You need your Alice Bond. You need to save up beyond that Alice Bond, maybe, just so you can spend your 60,000 gems. I'm talking to the free-to-players out there, and then you can do what I've done. And obviously, at some point, I'm going to do a video where I'm going to try and get equipment again. I'm just waiting for. I need that Emperor's Breath, you know. I do need it. I'm just trying. If you look to the top left, that's how many tokens I've got. That would be enough. I was just waiting for it to be on a sale. There's no rush, though. I mean, waiting for it to be on sale. It's there right now. Emperor's Will I've got. I think I've got that covered. But anyway, yeah, 60,000 gems during Momoya. Has to be something that will generate the tokens, and then you can get these towards the Noble Lord equipment, and you get your sparks, and then you can move towards end game. But I think that was it, really. I'm saying this is Skill Essences video. I've done the things I wanted to do. This is significantly enhanced with the Ocean Adia at 10. This has had this is my best card by far. A big little tickle from sacrifice 10 to 11. Very soon, as you saw, that will be sacrifice 12. Very soon. And I know I can do it right now. Wow, 13 even. Who knows? Maybe I will go straight to 13 on another day. I need to finish this kind of R1 thought process first. Right, so the only other thing to do to round off a very long video, and I apologise for that, is go from the lowest to the highest. You saw what level these really need to be at to be of much use. Now, if I was starting off, and you got your 4-star creatures, some of these, you know, you'd obviously use, but later on, man, you just gotta trade them in, so you got the chance of getting something that you can, so you can get something better. Really, what I'm thinking is, do I go all the way up to 10? I should have checked my 4-star cards, really. Because there are 4-star cards that you still use, like is it Oracle, things like that in the Grimoires. So I'm not going to go too crazy. Let's just do level 7. I'm not going to do the 4-star card. I'm gonna have a quick look at the 4 stars because I think there may be some free to play players out there, and what's the point in just doing half a video? Right, so very quickly, let's look at the 4 stars. So for this one, upgrade skill, dodge. Yeah, I don't think level 10's gonna touch the sides of other things. See what I mean? So that's my voodoo card. That's already dodged 9. Okay, I'm gonna basically upgrade my the treat ones. 500. It's not really doing enough, is it? If I don't do it now, I may well end up accidentally just, trading it in. Right, the lower level dodge 8. I'm gonna upgrade that one. There you go, a level 10 and a level 8. No omniscience. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's just do it. There we go. What else? Hobby jar. Soul swap. Yeah, why not? Why not? I know why not is not exactly the best of reasons, but I would end up trading it in again. I don't use a lot of 4-star cards. That's not seriously anyway. Obviously, there's no more dodge, no more rebirth. That is more or less going to be that. I know there's other 4-star creatures like the Graboid and things like that you'd use at lower levels, but I never use them. But obviously, you check and have a look, and yeah, oh my gosh. Wow, a sacrifice twin, taking me back. But anyway, obviously, if you still use those creatures, then that's exactly what you do. I've already upgraded this. Yeah, Meteor's at max, Pyro's at max. Can you imagine this? You can remember really early game if you had all these at that level. Oh my gosh. Nothing plays for you. Boo-hoo. Horned Beast as well. Wow. Mudita. Mass heal. Again, if I don't do that, then I'm gonna trade it. But before I do that, I should have really started off with humans because oracles are in use. Okay, so that's mass heal 6. And that's mass heal 6. Right, so the base level is 6. Right, so let's put it on there, 256 towards that. And level 9, 5-star mass heal, 256, a little tickle towards the 1250 that is needed. We're going to do it. Let's look at Sage Advice, 256 again. Let's go to one of the weaker cards. Sage Advice 7. That's 8. 7. And now I'm going quick. Sage Advice 7. So go back to the start. Upgrade skill. That's 9. The second card along. 7. There you go. 256. On another day, as I say, I'll just be further along, and I won't have remembered this video. I think that is basically it. Magi Shield, I talked about that earlier, didn't I? Okay, there's nothing for that. And Bless, nothing for that. I think I've covered the main ones. Upgrade skill. Yes. Sorry. So I did the humans, Neander, because I remember the graboids, and Morty, yeah, because I did the Harbinger. Yeah, I was looking at the horn beasts when I. That's it. All right, so let's go back to the altar. I've nearly finished skill essence. Right, well, basically that was to do this, to trade in a few more. And if you wonder what I'm doing, if you look top left, you got that little plus thing. That's what you tap on, the plus. And then I'm going to filter by the lowest to the highest. And I'm going to get rid of some of these other ones. Ooh, Pyre. Sure there's something. And the glass cloud. Picking off is Sagittarius, I think, to be fair. Yeah, it's not be too not be too hasty. Okay, Pyre again, Thoughts Rage. Counter, I want to keep that as well, just in case. Life Sap, Pablo, I'll keep that just in case. Voodoo already looked at, I thought. Fatigue, Earth Totem, Spirit Link, picking off. And Assassinate's only 4-star. I'm going to do a bit more checking. I was a bit quick, basically. Thoughts Rage gone. Life Sap is going to be gone. Unholy Pact, can't remember. I think that's going to go. Earth Totem. Yeah, I've not been very thorough. I could have gone back to not Sagittarius, the woman. Can't remember. Let's have a look. For goodness sake. Taurus. Could have gone back to Taurus and double checked. Didn't do it. Ravage. Thoughts Rage gone. Weakness. Unholy Pact. Holy Light, only because I did check a few of them. Maybe who's that now? We can see. Yeah, Vicar. I never used Vicar, but I did a lot early days. And that Master Guide. Oh my gosh. Don't really want to get rid of Meteor without checking that. Consecrate. Rage Boost. Bolt, Voodoo, Elven Solve, maybe. Let's leave it at that. Burn. Trade it in. 1168. That'll do. Done enough damage. Right, so we're going to draw 5. Fatigue. Don't think I ever used that, man. No, you don't. Let's draw another 5. Gas Cloud again. Level 11, okay. Rebirth. Level 14. Oh my gosh. My gosh. A 5-star Rebirth level 14. I didn't even know that was possible. I've had Rebirth before. And I think it was a decent level, but level 14, 5-star. On a free draw. Wow. 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 Damn, that's awesome. Do it again. Right, we'll keep an eye on that mass heal as well. Anyway, let's go to our main deck first. Rebirth cards. It's not a rebirth card, is it? None. Back in the day, they'd be full of rebirth cards. Wow. So really, I'm talking about Undying Will and... So if you just have a look. Wow, straight up to 9. 65% chance from a 50. Wow. Wow. And I think IGG are smart to do that, actually, because it's still within the realm of free to play. Oh, 50, man. Gosh. Goes from 8 to 9. See, that's what I'm talking about, though. Obviously, given what I said earlier about this potentially being a card you might consider as a grenade towards endgame, towards endgame. Again, it's not a damage bringer and it's a level 24 cost. I don't think people are going to use it, but you might think about it. Wow. See, what I'm thinking is, I don't use Cyber Eye. But I might use an Undying Will at this early level, knowing that Undying Will's got more of a sell-by date than Cyber Eye. Undying will insta-kill, but it won't remove them from that game like of Cyber Eye. Gosh, man. Or you could put it on Anari as well, with the double. Let me show you what I'm talking about. With the double revive. Yeah, so I've got Revive S and I've got the Revive Meld, and really, Rebirth 10's already very high. But it's not as high as Rebirth 11. Oh man, that is awesome. 75% chance. 70% is already really good. Gosh. I'm not going to make a decision right now. I'm kind of leaning towards the Cyber Eyes. Gosh. It's making me want to put it in the deck now. Obviously, I can't. I'm at 207. I'm talking about, the deck, the total deck thing, 207 of 208. Top row I just would not remove. I mean, this is cost 14. It's got Sacrifice that helps with my Dark Summoner. It's got my Voodoo, which helps with Rage Control, and it's got Recycle 2. Love it. I love it, love it, love it. Obviously, Aquarius, quite crazy useful. Got 2 of those. Yeah, another Rage Control. This will be gone though as soon as my deck limit increases sufficiently. There's my Damage Bringer showed up at top. Enhance things significantly in this deck that I've got and the cards that I've got available. I love my Spirit Painter. It makes me cry every time I think about Perfect Copy being enhanced. Is what it is. This is another card that's removable, but it's cost 19. Given the cards I've got available. If I was going to squeeze in something else, I could obviously put this in. Then this would have to be, my Spirit Caller would have to become a Lorona. Rebirth 4, yeah, and let's have a look at that just for play. I'm not going to do it. Right up to Rebirth 9. Yeah, that's her problem really. Amazing 2-star card. Voodoo. Oof. Crazy useful. And Bolt. See if I can upgrade that Bolt. Wow, so even a level 8 Bolt is just that kind of crap. 1 creature, 200 damage, but the 50% chance for the paralysis. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to think on what I'm going to do with that Rebirth oh gosh, man. So I got a Nari double revive. It's already 70%, and they've got Undying Will, as I say. Insta-kill. It's going to have revive as well. And increase that rebirth so it's a bit more useful. Oh, yeah. And this one might actually make some decks. especially if I take the insta-kill rune off of Death's Angel due to cost or whatever reason, or due to this having revive and the revive rune, and then I give it some decent rebirth. I'm not going to do it, but I'm just going to have a look at it one more time. To 9, 65% chance, which is not great, but it's better. Yes. Or, as I say, the Cyber Eye, which I started off the video talking about. Yeah, rebirth rune. 60% is not enough. Doesn't do any damage. So the thing it needs to do is reliably keep on coming back to the deck. And that's got to be detonate, not dodge. Detonate, high rebirth. Good to go. Good to go. Rebirth 8, one more look. Rebirth 9. Listen, I don't know if that's a good thing for... I don't know who would do it, basically. I don't know if a free-to-play should be using Omni level 15 on that card that can't do any damage. It can't... But then again... That should go somewhere like this. Sorry, yeah, I really am coming to the end. I'm just kind of thinking aloud. My man here, Amir, has got 2 Dark Summoner. And when I'm talking about the Omni Essences, whether you'd use it on some kind of rebirth card, which is just, that you should never really do. Unless you're a big baller, you just got them to throw away. Should be used on something like this, getting that to sacrifice 12, which I will do very soon. And even for him, this is still at level 10. Anyway, that was the Skill Essence video. If I've missed anything, got anything wrong, or if you got any ideas for me, let me know in the comments. I think everybody, Lexus, Bilko, and a few others as well, have been trying to save me. I think I made the right choice with my Nareed, Ocean Adia, and my Dark Summoner, which is by far my best card on those skill Omni Essence things. Will I still upgrade my R1? I'm definitely going to do the meld. Oh my gosh, I just hope it's not expensive, because now it is, I don't know if I would do. Is it better to go for the Cyber Eye than the R1? I'm trying to get them both in the same shot. Enough, Steve. Anyway, please like, subscribe. That is Steve, and I'm